What's up, fellas? Welcome back. This is gonna be me showcasing the strength build that I made and why I think it's the best build in the game, not just so far, but in the future as well. One of the main reasons for it is that I have used other classes or like other builds. This is for before when the update that you could spend embers. I think the update dropped yesterday. The update where you can spend fallen embers to respec your stats or your character. I've made like 5 different characters, trying out every class basically. So like dexterity, faith, intelligence, all that stuff, and strength at the end. So far I can tell like strength is by far the best, and I think the safest class to play, because not only because of the survival as you can see in the video, but also because it's not using any exploits or things that might get fixed in the future. So it kind of acts like a safe way to level up, like a safe class to level up, because hopefully in the future they're gonna add a way to transfer stuff between accounts. Like when the online drops and multiplayer drops, you could play with your friends, so maybe then you could basically transfer all your gear, weapons and stuff to the other friend that you have, or to your other accounts if you want to. So I think it's good to have like a safe, at least like a safe way to play the game until you know which class you want to actually level up. So with this class, good thing about strength is that, like, as you can see, it's able to take a lot of damage. Like, you see, I'm just standing right in front of him. He barely took half of my health. I'll show you my build at the end of the video so you can get an idea what my build is and how I made what my gear are. But yeah, I think if you want to start the game and you want to have like a safe, basically a safe save to farm your gear, get it better, and have a guaranteed performing character, so you can basically always go back and rely on, it's going to be a strength build. Because as you can see, I'm going through all the steps in the dungeon as I'm not even focusing on the fights themselves, because I got so much armor and so much health that I can just take a bunch of hits without even having to like heal up, because the heal like HP recovery on the build is crazy too. And one thing I love about this build is exactly that, like the lightning assault strike that you just saw. It's not using like 20 different potion recovery thing, or like it's not using any crazy focus regeneration build that might get patched in the future. So after a while you just make a build and it's just gone because they decided to, oh yeah, it's too powerful, we're gonna change it. No, hopefully and most likely it's gonna stay the same, because again, I don't see anything broken with this build. And as you can see, it's just like the poise on it is crazy, so you don't have to worry about getting interrupted or anything, which is something really important for a strength build, because all your attacks are relatively slow. But when you have a character that can tank stuff and tank hits, it's so much better to like tank through hits. Like, look at this right now. This used to interrupt me, and I used to get hit with all the combo, but now you can see I can just go through, and even though I got hit right there, I can still continue my combo. See, I'm getting hit by all the combos, but it doesn't really matter, because first, my HP regen is crazy high, and secondly, the armor is so much that I'm barely feeling the damage. So yeah, they also just dropped the update where you can wield any weapons, kind of like Dark Souls and stuff. So you can use all weapons. They're just they just do less damage. I'm looking for the mini boss over here. See, alright, so let's use the lightning assault to one shot this guy. Like again, as I'm saying, it's not something that's broken with like constantly being able to one shot everything and just staying far, but it's a good reliable way of going through the game without having to worry about, oh my god, they're gonna nerf my build. I know a lot of people just want to make a build that's safe because people don't have that much time to make characters with every patch and every change that comes with the game. I think so far they've changed, I believe, the focus gain, and that has ruined 90% of builds that people used to make because they were focusing on their focus gain, but now the entire thing is I'm not gonna say it's nerfed, but it's definitely changed, and people are like, their build is not working, the builds that they put hours to make. So I personally would like a build to be reliable, like, and like not have to worry about it getting patched in the next 2 patches. So actually being able to like grind for it and getting it there, I think that's the most important part, at least for me. After trying all the different classes, I'll show you at the end of the video as well, so you can see what I mean. But yeah, I have every other character maxed out, or almost maxed out, enough to build the specific weapon for that class. The only build that's not fully complete is my hybrid build, which is 26 points in every weapon stat, like strength, faith, dexterity, stuff like that. That's the only one that I don't have maxed out, but I think 2 of them is 26, the rest are 22. But with the stat changes that just showed up, you could do that so much easier. But yeah, as you can see, this strength build is by far, like, it's both the easiest and the funnest way to play the game, because you don't have to constantly run away from the enemy's attacks. They basically run away from you. You see, because you don't get interrupted. You just go in their face and throw your attack. And I mean, the moveset of this axe that I found is great as well, because it combos very well with the basically infinite poise that you have. See, like, it just one-shots most things when you need it. But yeah, it's not broken at the same time that you need to be worried about, oh my god, they're gonna change it the next patch. No. Yeah, we should be getting up to the Echo Knight now. I think there's at least a couple more floors to go through. Yeah. I think it's this one, and the next one should be the end. So like, these guys have crazy poise, but even them, they cannot break my poise. See, I just hit through them. It's such a great tank that can just take damage and deal damage. It's not like one of those builds where you have to wait for the enemy to attack. You just basically just do whatever you want. Just one-shot anything in this thing's path. I love the electricity effect in the game. It's so cool. But in the new update that they added, adds FSR support, I believe, and NVIDIA DLSS support for the game, so it made the game so much more stable. I was like, yeah, and that's basically the entire run with a strength build, and I think it's by far the best and the most fun character to use. I'll show you a boss run. The one that I did that was less time consuming, but yeah, and I will show you guys the build right after. Alright, so this one is the attempt right after the show of the build. I just wanted to see if I could get this guy, kill this guy with this one as well. But yeah, the attacks don't really do much damage to you when you have this high of a poise going. Oops, almost. So like I clearly had time to back off and heal right there. Or with most builds you don't. You just need to worry about how much health you got. Okay. The best way to get rid of this tactic is to just go around. Just make him waste his ability on the side. Dodge out of the way. And this move used to one-shot me. Like, leveling up is not super easy. Leveling up is strength build, but when it gets leveled up, I think it's by far the coolest and the best build in the game to level up. Yep. Because it's super satisfying when it gets to a higher level. And basically kill them. Like, see, like I'm not gonna say 0 difficulty. You saw I had to heal somewhere, but you can see it's relatively easy to kill him. And you can make a lot of mistakes. I'm just randomly getting hits and still doing my thing. That's righty. Usually it does 3 here, then you rest before his second phase. See, like now he's gonna go away and go for his second phase. And get a couple hits in. And yep, that was alright. Let's see if we can do any damage. Dodge. Yeah. So if you basically have like a rough idea of how the fight is, it's not gonna be that difficult to kill him. Especially with this build, see, it's like a walk in the park. Yep. And thank you guys so much for watching. I want to show you the build now. Thanks. What's up, guys? So now I'm gonna show you the good stuff, my build and all the stat stuff for whoever wants to see the stats and how you can make this build work. So basically, the most important thing in this build is the way that you can tank hits and just deal damage, and your poise is by far the most important. So you need to have like a high poise, minus 31. I'll show you in my gear stat and everything. But the armor comes from the 25 points that I spend on equip load. That's gonna help you a lot in tanking those hits and putting like heavier armor on, but you still need to have a bunch of equip load rolls on your gear to make it work, because you don't want to waste too much points in equip load. As you can see, mine is almost perfectly optimized for the gear that I'm holding. It's 59% equip load, and in 60 you're going to be heavy. You're going to be heavy rolling, so you don't want that. And for strength, you want to put as much points as you can spare in strength, because the strength is by far the best stat that you can level up. Because every 1 point, or basically every time you level up, you get 3 points, right? Every 3 points that you put in the strength attribute, you get almost all the time you get 3 points in damage. But if you put 3 points in dexterity, sure, at the beginning, I think from 10 to 20, 30 stats, you get the damage that you want. Like you get 2 or 3 damage per 3 attributes, but after 20 or 25 it starts to drop, so you have to spend like, sometimes I had to spend 2-3 attributes to get just 1 or 2 damage. So yeah, and strength is definitely worth going for that high strength attribute. And for health, you want something like around 30s, like most souls, like the more tankier you want to be. I wouldn't suggest you go above 30, because you're gonna lose more damage, then you're gonna get health back. This is gonna give you like unneeded health, because as you saw in my video, even when you get hit by a combo that's supposedly gonna destroy you, you can still get through it. And the armor, as you can see, I have like 732 armor, That's the most important thing, because it's gonna reduce the damage I get so much that I don't even feel the damage. It's like that's how it becomes such a tanky build. Another more important thing about the build is the gear. Obviously, the weapon that I'm using is Hora's Great Axe. This weapon is a decent roll. It gives me focus on damage deal. What you want to actually focus on getting is, again, focus on damage deal, and it's not that high even if they nerf, because I think you can make it roll all the way up to 6%, but they might nerf it because I think that's too much. But 2-3% is something that I don't think they're going to change, because it's the bare minimum of the perk. And getting rolls that's going to give you damage and everything on your weapon is just great. Also, yeah, and this weapon gives you a lot of poise. So whenever you're throwing your attacks, my poise is 31 with my armor. It's not that high, but when I'm using this weapon, it gives me such a crazy boost to my stats that to my poise, that I don't need to worry about getting hit and interrupted from my attacks. Sometimes my problem was that I was tanking the hit from the Echo Knight, which was when I was leveling up, which did crazy amount of damage, and that basically made me lose because I was taking the damage instead of dodging it. But yeah, this is important, and my gear they're not typical easy gear to get. They're basically like end game, but this is something to look forward to leveling up. What I would say is, for your negative stat that's gonna roll on your gear, aim for experience gain or durability, because those basically, when you hit level 30, the experience is gonna have no effect. The durability, you're not gonna feel it at all, because the way the game is right now, you're not gonna repair your gear unless you're gonna die a lot, which with this build is not gonna happen. And another thing is the rings that you can have. I don't know why this ring is not equipped. I should have this one equipped as well. Yeah, this one increases the lightning assault ability that I have on my axe, which one-shots most mini bosses and does crap ton of damage to the Echo Knight, as you saw. And these two are just raw damage increase. I don't wear them before the armor, but guess what? This is like 2 birds with 1 stone. You get the armor, you get more damage. Such a great build. And yeah, that's the armor. What I would suggest is, while leveling up to get this build, is first make sure you focus on your health, because leveling up, the only thing you need is health. You can always roll around the enemy with your big bunky weapon and just do your damage. So you're gonna get your damage anyway, but the health is more important. Once you hit level 30 with your health, I would suggest when leveling up, put at least 42 points in strength. You don't need a Quibo, just wear whatever you get. And after you put 42, start farming for your weapons. Hopefully by then you're gonna unlock the Crucible. Then start doing the Crucibles. And after you get your weapon, the weapon of your choice. I don't really like the other strength weapons, at least before they add any more, because I don't think they're really strength weapons. Like the other weapon that I'm using is this. It is cool, it does a lot of damage, it is heavy, but the quick attack is relatively decent. But still, I like the poise that this gives you, and you get more damage. And as you can see, the great roll that I got is from I believe I got it from, yeah, my pants. I get 20 stamina increase. That's why I have no points in strength or stamina, and I can still swing this thing like 4 or 5 times and still have 1 to spare, one for dodging. And yeah, that was it. That was the build. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. See you guys later. Bye.